Okay, so I've got my Apple TV HD plugged into my television, which is currently switched off. The Apple TV is on standby, and I've got my HomePod, which is also on standby. So a way to turn on your Apple TV is this. Hey, play music on Apple TV.
Just a sec.
So you can
Now
see my...
playing in the living room.
Hey, pause. Now the weird thing is that seems to be the only way to get Apple TV to switch on with voice through HomePod. I found this tip on Reddit, and I'll put a link to the description to give the person credit who came up with it. But a few other things you can do with voice control, which are, so if I click on YouTube, so I'm actually using the remote control for that, and I'll just skip past the advert. Don't know why it's so skippy. Just turn it down a little bit. So the volume's coming through my TV at the moment. Hey, pause Apple TV. So you can see that works. Hey, play Apple TV. Hey, skip forward 3 minutes on Apple TV. Hey, pause Apple TV. Now you don't always have to say Apple TV, but it helps if you do, because otherwise you end up often triggering the HomePod speaker, which can be a bit annoying. Now this could be so much better. For some reason, the integration with HomePod and Apple TV is very slim at the moment. You can't just say turn on and launch Netflix, which is what you'd expect to be able to do. Certainly by now with iOS 13 and all the shortcuts and all the various different options you can do, because you can do that with most smart TVs with an Amazon Alexa or a Google Assistant. But I'm confident they'll get there in the end. Another little tip, if you want to get the audio through the HomePod, press and hold the TV button on the Apple TV remote, and you see this new menu comes up, which is new to iOS 13. Go down to the audio option and click on it, and you can see it's clicked on Apple TV at the moment. If I click it on living room and unclick it on Apple TV, so now all the sound will be coming through my HomePod. So if I go back, hey, play Apple TV. So you can hear a lot more bass because it's coming through the HomePod. Okay, so I hope this tip helped. If anybody's got any other ways around this or comes up with any other option, I'd really appreciate it. It just can be useful. If if I get up to make a coffee and there's a program playing, I can pause Apple TV. When I come back in, I don't have to look for the remote. I can say play straight away. It's just a little option that I think is nice to have, but it should be so much better. When you saw all the accessibility options in iOS 13, it was really, really good the way that people with little or no sight could navigate around the screen using voice, and Apple TV is the perfect platform for this. And if you've already got HomePod and it's a really good quality microphone, it would be nice to be able to put it straight through the Apple TV, and you still can't say to HomePod, play sound from Apple TV. That still isn't supported, and it should be. But I do love my HomePod. The Apple TV is my favourite interface, so I'm not complaining about the two products. I just think that they're so closely integrated. Why can't they do more? Anyway, hope this helps. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.